The United States and Ukraine will meet in Saudi Arabia next week for high level talks aimed at establishing a peace framework to end the Russia Ukraine war. The move comes after Washington suspended military aid and intelligence sharing with Kyiv earlier this week, days after a heated exchange between US President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky at the White House. Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff confirmed the meeting, telling reporters outside the White House on Thursday that discussions were underway to coordinate talks in Saudi Arabia. The exact location remains undecided, with both Riyadh and Jeddah being considered as possible venues. Witkoff stated, and I quote, I think the idea is to get down a framework for a peace agreement and an initial ceasefire as well. End quote. Ukrainian President Zelensky also confirmed his participation, announcing that he will travel to Saudi Arabia on Monday. He said, and I quote, I'm scheduled to visit Saudi Arabia to meet with the Crown Prince. After that, my team will stay in Saudi Arabia to work with American partners. Ukraine is most interested in peace. End quote. Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs welcomed the opportunity to host the talks, stating that the kingdom remains committed to achieving lasting peace in Ukraine. The meeting marks the first official engagement between US and Ukrainian officials since February 28, when a tense meeting between Trump and Zelensky ended in a shouting match, prompting the Ukrainian leader's abrupt exit from the White House. Following that clash, Trump suspended military aid and intelligence sharing with Ukraine. However, on Tuesday, he revealed that he had received a letter from Zelensky in which the Ukrainian leader expressed willingness to negotiate a peace deal. Speaking to reporters on Thursday, Trump suggested that both Ukraine and Russia were under pressure to agree to negotiations. Trump said, and I quote, I think what's going to happen is Ukraine wants to make a deal because I don't think they have a choice. End quote. He added cryptically, and I quote, I also think that Russia wants to make a deal because in a certain different way, a different way that only I know, they have no choice either. End quote. Trump's envoy Witkoff hinted at possible economic negotiations alongside the peace talks. One key issue is a proposed minerals deal between Washington and Kyiv. While the specifics remain unclear, analysts see it as an effort by Ukraine to secure backing from the US amid Washington's outreach to Moscow. The deal would give the US access to Ukraine's rare earth deposits, crucial for industries like aerospace, electric vehicles, and medical manufacturing. However, Witkoff cautioned that the agreement was far from finalized. He said, and I quote, we will see if Zelensky follows through. End quote. Meanwhile, as diplomatic efforts unfold, Russia launched a massive overnight assault on Ukrainian energy and gas infrastructure. According to Ukraine's Air Force, Russian forces fired 67 missiles and 194 drones, of which Ukraine managed to shoot down 34 missiles and 100 drones. Regional officials reported damage across the country, from the northeastern city of Kharkiv to the western city of Ternopil. In Kharkiv, 8 people were injured, while in Poltava, 2 others, including a child, were hurt. Zelensky condemned the strikes, stating that true peace could only begin when Russia is forced to halt its attacks. He said on Telegram, and I quote, the first steps to establishing real peace should be forcing the sole source of this war, Russia, to stop such attacks. End quote. Russia has been targeting Ukrainian cities and towns far from the front lines almost every night. However, Friday's strikes marked the first large-scale assault since the US suspended military support earlier this week. With the US pushing for negotiations while Russian attacks intensify, all eyes are now on the upcoming talks in Saudi Arabia. Will they lead to a ceasefire or further strain US-Ukraine ties? Stay tuned for more updates.